What up, my lovely viewers? So, I realize this is a weird day to post a video, but got home from school early from my clubs because I was not feeling well. But, yes, so, lots of stuff has happened recently. By the way, I turned 17. Yay! I'm gonna be coughing a lot in this video, and I'm very sorry about that, but, I'll tell you why I'm coughing quite a bit, and it's not because I'm sick. But yeah, so recently in gym class we've been having a sports test, and oh wait, I was talking about my birthday. Which do you guys want to hear first? Doesn't matter because I get to choose, really. But so, sports test and birthday. Okay, yeah. But so, the first thing we did was we had to, like, grip a thing to see how many, like, kilos we can hold in our hand, and mine was, like, average for, like, a guy or whatever. It wasn't average for a girl, it was, like, above average for a girl. And then we did this thing, you had to bend forward and, like, push a box forward, and I was, like, I did average, like, I wasn't too bad. And then, oh my gosh, I just realized, like, 17 is, like, a very common number with me. So, I did 17 sit-ups in, 30 seconds. Yeah, I was like, I don't care if y'all are getting like 35 and 40 and stuff. I got 17, and that means I was doing one sit-up slightly less than 2 seconds, one every slightly less than 2 seconds, and that is very impressive to me. So I was very happy with myself. And then the next time we did it, this is like a 4-day test kind of thing. We did this thing where you have to like jump back and forth on this line, and in like 30 seconds, and I got 34 the first time. And so we split in the groups of two groups, and my group had 11 girls, because there's 22 girls in our class, so we split it down, 11 girls, and I didn't have a partner, so they made one of the boys do the counting for me, and I was like, this is really embarrassing, because I'm really bad, but my friend Issa ended up doing it for me, and he didn't like laugh or whatever, he was like, try to get 40 this time, and I was like, I'll try, and I got 37, and I was like, that's 3 more than last time, I'm okay with this. But so, and then after that we had to do this thing where you have to like see how far you can jump, and I jumped like 1 meter and 20 centimeters or something like that. And I was like, hey, that's over half of my height, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. And then today we did something called a shuttle run. A shuttle run is where they play the CD, and you have to run 20 meters, not 200, 20, up down a basketball court. And then if you don't make it by the time it finishes doing its little, it hits the low note or whatever to tell you to turn around and go the other way, then you have to, like, you're done or whatever. So I was supposed to go first out of my pairing. I was with my friend Saya, but I didn't understand what to do. She's like, okay, I'll go first. And so she got like 54 or something, and I was like, that's freaking amazing. And I was like, I'm probably gonna get like 10. I'm gonna be able to run up and down this court like 10 times. That's all I'm gonna get. But so, like, we were starting out, and, like, I guess I didn't get the memo that you should go really, really slow to begin with, because I, like, finished, like, 3 beats before any of the other girls, and everyone was kind of like, why is Miranda so fast all of a sudden? Like, what happened? And I'm like, because I actually ran one of this with like a jogging portion. But so, it got to 10, and I was still in the front for most of this, and then it got faster and sped up, and then we got to 15, and it got faster again, and so, like, I got down to 16, and I was already behind all the girls. Like, I was 1 second away from not being able to continue from my 16th go, and I ran down again, and I did not make it to get to go after 17. So I got 17, but let me just explain this. I ran up and down a basketball court 17 times in a row without stopping. And I ran. I don't run ever. So I'm very impressed with myself with this sports test. I don't care the fact that I'm like way below average, except for on like the freaking weightlifting. But I'm very impressed with myself that I'm able to do these things, because if I were to do these things before, in America, I would not have done 17 sit-ups in 30 seconds, 37 of those jumpy thingies, running up and down a basketball court 17 times. No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have, like, died. Although, that's why I'm coughing, is I might have been holding my breath when we started doing the really, really fast ones, and I made my, like, pulse go up, like, a lot. and I had to walk more than the other girls did to try to slow down my heart rate because it was like racing. And my throat feels like I swallowed sandpaper. So yeah, that's fun. Okay, birthday! Okay, I have more sports test stuff next Monday. We have to see how fast we can run 50 meters, and then we have to see how far we can throw a ball, and then we're done, and then we start badminton. But okay, birthday. So my birthday was Monday, and so like I was going through my day, and we were in gym class, and like only my friend Yuri had told me happy birthday at that point, and I was like, oh, maybe everyone forgot. Like, oh, that's kind of sad. But so, like in gym class, my group was like, Miranda, how old are you? And I was like, well, today I turned 17, and they're like, oh my god. My friend Chiho was like, oh my gosh, this is really her birthday. And so we went, and it was after that, it was lunch, and I finished my lunch, and I was on my phone, and then I was reading my book on my Kindle, and like, so they started bringing in all these juice boxes, and I was like, why do they need so many juices? And they started writing on them, and I was like, I've seen them do this before for birthdays. Like, is this for my birthday? I was like, oh, I'm so excited. But so I heard this big group of guys outside my classroom, and I was like, it'd be rude to look over. They're probably having a conversation with someone. Like, that's just, that'd just be rude. I'm sorry about my voice. But so, then someone goes to the door, and they're like, Miranda! And, like, they waved me over, and I was like, I feel really bad because I can't remember what your name is. But so, like, I went out there, and there was a group of, like, not 9-ish guys, maybe 9, I don't quite remember, and they started singing happy birthday, and I was like, oh my gosh, and, like, these are guys not from my class, these are from totally different classes, and, like, then they, like, pulled out, like, I don't think I've eaten it yet, they got me this, which you have to go to the stores and buy these, which means that they actually went out and bought something for me, and this is what they wrote on it. It says, Miranda it, which means to Miranda, and happy birthday, and they drew little hearts. And I was like, that's so cute. And then they took tons of pictures, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I turned around and went into my classroom, and there was like there's a pyramid of juice boxes on my desk. And I was like, oh, thanks you guys. And they all like, they started singing happy birthday, and I was like, oh my gosh. And my friend Kentaro was like, Miranda, cry. And I was like, why do you want me to cry? Like, I don't want to cry. How do you... And then my friend Ayumi came, and she was like, Miranda! So I ran out to her, and like she like came up and gave me a hug, and she gave me chocolate. And I went back in there, and all of the juices were gone off of my desk, because Kenchan and Issei had stolen them and put them on Kenchan's desk. And I was like, and like they were going back over for like the last 2 when I walked in, and they were like, and I was like, oh, okay, like whatever. And they're like, here you go. And I was like, okay. They're like, can I have this one? And I was like, yeah, sure. They're like, share, okay. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But they ended up giving them all back to me anyways, in like really weird ways. So it was strange. But then my friends Kei and Shota came back down to my classroom like 5 minutes before the short homeroom starts, and they're like, Miranda, kuru, which means come. And I was like, okay. And they're like, Kei was like, follow Shota, and I was like, okay. And he was like, we were like running down the hallway, he was like, faster, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry, I'm not as fast as you guys. But so I get down to his classroom, and they're like, Miranda, this is Aoki, today is his birthday, so we're going to sing happy birthday to him, and we wanted you to come in here too. And I was like, okay, why not? Never talked to this kid before in my life, but what the heck, why not? So we sung happy birthday to him, and then they were like, more pictures! And I was like, okay, my hair looks really bad, why are we taking all these pictures? But, and then the next day, when I came in, my friend Chiho had gone out and bought me this cute little bag. See? And, yes. I think that's French, so I cannot read it. It says, Imen Yuji se Amalaka. Might not be French. Not 100% sure. And there's the phone. There's always an interruption in my videos. I'm quite sorry about that. But yes, and then my brass band got me a present yesterday. And I was like really surprised because like all my birthday presents were surprises this year. It was fantastic. But so like the day of my birthday, the baseball team came in to practice their dance with us because they're doing a dance during our concert. And so the Owen guys, which my friend Shota and Naoki, not Aoki, that was the birthday, came in to watch or whatever. And so at the end, after the baseball practice was over, they were like, oh, let's do an Owen song. And I was like, I don't have the music, like I don't remember this stuff, so I went over to go look for it, and I grabbed the folder, and I was looking through the music, and my teacher was like, Miranda, are you ready? And he said in English, and I was like, Chotomate, which means, hold on a second, and Shota was like, happy birthday, Miranda, and I was like, oh, thank you, and everyone kind of looked at him like, oh my god, is it her birthday? Like, how do you know this and we don't? And I was like, oh, I've been posting on Twitter for like the past like week, like, oh my god, 1 day left, oh my god, 3 days left, like, I don't know if you guys didn't catch on to that, but so they brought a present for me yesterday, and it's really cute. Let's see if I have it here too. All of my stuff is within reaching distance on my bed. So first thing we have is this. Okay, it is a piggy bank with $100 bills on it, but if you put a bill in here, you will not get it out. But you can use it for coins, and I was like, hey, I never have money. This will be a good way for me to save money. I do have some money. Sometimes I have money. Okay, and then they got me food. There was some sort of potato rings, and then, bag within a bag, like potato chips with like lambs on them. Yep. And then, okay, I have to like it's a bag within a bag. They got me this, which basically you put like a water bottle or something in it, and it holds it all nice and cute and cozy, and I'm like, that's just so adorable, like, oh my goodness gracious. But yes, so my birthday was quite fun and interesting, and I am now 17. I'm sure my mother is thrilled to know that her child is now 17 years old. Yes, because I leave for college in a year, and I kind of want to go to college in Japan, except for the whole math portion, because my friends have been explaining math to me now, and they're like, it just gets harder in college, and I was like, they're like, this is like the very basic stuff, and I was like, how is this basic? Like, this is like advanced calculus 7? This is the opposite of basic? It's like, okay, this is whatever you guys want to believe, this is basic. But, so yes, so I kind of want to go to college here, but I don't know if I'll be able to, because it'll be really difficult. Anyways, so I mentioned a concert. Yes, my brass band is having this humongous concert on May 3rd. And, I mean, if you guys, like, wanted to, like, fly over here and, like, go watch it and then leave, like, I guess you guys could do that, but that'd be weird. Don't do that, that's weird. But if any of my Japanese friends are watching this, 私のブラバンドコンサート、的のコンサート、来てください。お願いします。I just asked them to please come to my concert. But so, we have 3 sets. Yeah, we have 3 different uniform changes. There's dancing involved. Yeah, fun times. Solos. And so, I have like the busiest schedule ever. So, the 3rd of May, I have my concert. The 4th, I have my retirement ceremony from brass band. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be so sad. So sad. Because after that day, you're not allowed to go to brass band anymore because you're a senior student and you have to focus on studying. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna miss you guys. But then on the 5th, I am going to go see Captain America, the Winter Soldier, with my friend Edo from France, and he has an exchange student at his school right now, who is from Finland. His name is Levi. I think that's what Edo told me his name was. And so he's going to go with us. So I was like, hey, more foreign people, yay! And then on the 6th, I changed host families, and I was like, I'm just gonna be so busy this next week. Like, it's gonna be cray. It's gonna be crazy. Yes, so that has been interesting. Oh, I still have the juice boxes from my birthday. I can show you what some of the kids wrote on them. So this is milk tea. This is Doraemon, right there. It's a cute character cute Japanese character. It says happy birthday from Kaori. So this one's from my friend Kaori. Is there anything? Yes. Happy birthday, Miranda. Happy birthday. Smiley face from Chihiro. This is an aloe drink. No, there's nothing written on this one. Okay, this one I'm very confused by because I cannot tell. It says I love you, but I cannot tell whose name is on it. See? The name is right there. And I can't tell whose name is on it. And I'm like, well, because a lot of them wrote like daisuki on like everything. Like the girls that wrote it wrote like daisuki, which means I love you. But I was like, this was not written on before it got taken away and then put back on my desk. Who wrote it? I was like, guys, don't do this to me. I need to know who wrote this because now I'm like, why are you saying you love me? What? But so, yes, it was definitely an eventful week. It's going to be a much more eventful week next week and the week after that. And then I have school festival and like late June, but it's before I leave, but so I'm still gonna be here for it. But yeah, I was like, and I'm gonna start studying, which is why I want my dad to talk to my teachers and get things for me to study for their classes for next year. Because I have to study all day every day, like because they study for their entrance exam for college all day every day. I need to start studying for my last year of high school. Yes, so that'll be interesting. Right, my mother wanted me to talk about, because I'm leaving soon, in like 3 months, sadly. Actually, I do believe the countdown is now officially like 2 months and 9 days, according to her. But so, is there anything I'm scared of? What am I gonna miss? And what am I gonna be, like, happy about? Or something like that. What am I scared of? If I'm scared of leaving, I don't want to leave all of my new friends. Like, I really like talking to these kids every day, and like, I really like hanging out with them. Like, I hang out with so many different people here, instead of like in America where I hung out with like the same 5 people all day, every day, which don't get me wrong, like I love those guys, but it's like I have a whole different like the diverse group of friends here, and it's really nice, and they're all so nice, and it's just I don't want to leave, and the food is fantastic here, and I don't want to leave. Does every exchange student go through this problem where they just don't want to leave their home country? Okay, I need to tell you guys something about that. So it doesn't feel like I've been here for a year. It just feels like this is like my normal life. Like this is how I live. Like this is normal for me. So like and so I don't realize that I've been here for, it'll be 10 months on May 10th. I've been in Japan. And it's so weird to say because I'm like, well wait, this is not where I've lived my whole life. Like this is different. But I'm so comfortable here, and I'm so like in place here that it feels so natural. So I don't remember that I'm an exchange student. I don't think I'm Japanese because there are very obvious differences between myself and Japanese people, even the half Japanese people. But it's so weird like that. But so, yeah, I probably didn't answer your question completely. I'm sorry. I'll try to answer it again at some other point. But so, yeah, click subscribe and like, and yeah, all that good stuff. Leave a comment about what I should talk about. Mata ne!